Hey guys, welcome back to Day Drinking with Bilbo. Hope we're all doing well today. I'm going to, I think, stop saying what episode this is because you can just read that in the title down below. But more so, the plan is to record a bunch of these episodes this weekend because we kind of created this pairing menu and we're coordinating it with meals that we're eating. And in an effort, I have some wine pairings coming up for you, and I didn't want to open bottles of wine and then have them go to waste. So I'm trying to film a bunch of wine pairings back to back. We're probably going to get pretty plastered when we film those. Not going to lie. Anyway, today's video is actually a request from Jeff on Facebook, and he wanted me to do vodka and chocolate. And my initial response was vodka is a tough pairing because vodka is supposed to be flavorless, so there's not really a way to just pair vodka against vodka against vodka, you know what I mean? But I came up with a great idea. Now, being as I'm not a huge chocolate guy, there's not really any chocolate in the house, except I have these awesome little caramels that we got. So they are chocolate caramel filled chocolates, but they're super tasty and I actually like them, and I happen to have enough to pull this tasting out for you. So we are indeed doing vodka and chocolate. I am using Kirkland's American vodka. Now, in a previous episode I talked about the Kirkland vodka. I was referring to the French vodka that they sell. It runs around $20 for the handle. And that is in the same distillery as Grey Goose. I don't actually know where the American vodka is distilled at. I can't find any answer on that. And I can tell you, though, that this runs around $13 for a handle. So it's definitely a less expensive vodka than their French vodka. It's certainly less expensive than any vodka you're going to go buy at another store. And it's a quality product. It does what vodka is supposed to do. Now, this one is distilled 6 times, and that's a pretty cool number. I keep banging the camera. I'm so sorry. That's a pretty cool number. So distillation is the act of filtration, right? So it goes through different layers. So this is done 6 times. It goes through the distillation process 6 entire times. And that's super cool. What that does is that's getting out all the impurities, right? So you're getting a true, clean, crisp vodka out of it. Now, what I said to Jeff was because vodka was so plain, if you will, that it'd be difficult to just do 3 vodkas. So what I decided to do is to pair plain vodka for the first one. Then I'm going to do a vodka tonic, and then I'm going to do a vodka martini. So 3 vodka-based drinks with my chocolate caramels, yeah? So we're going to start with just the plain vodka. Now, I did use the Kirkland for all 3 beverages so that it's a fair, clean comparison for you. As always, we take a sip, and then we're going to take a bite. So this is the chocolate-filled caramel. Caramel-filled chocolate. I'm positive I've had that before. Not that combo, but chocolate vodka, and that's what that was. You can get flavored and infused vodkas everywhere, and there's no limit to the number of flavor combinations that have been created, right? Sky makes a cherry vodka that I actually do really enjoy. But that was a chocolate vodka. That's all that was. So you're not going to necessarily like take chocolate syrup and vodka and pour them together, right? It's a chocolate infused vodka, so it has that essence of chocolate. I mean, it was tasty, but vodka's not really meant to just be a shooter, right? You're supposed to mix that into a beverage. So I can tell you right now that's not going to be my favorite. Remember, we always take a sip of our water between tastings. Now I'm moving on to the vodka tonic. This is actually one of my favorite mixed drinks on the planet because it's very refreshing. My friend Stacy introduced, I went on a cruise with her, back in 2007. We cruised up to Alaska together. And she introduced me to this. And the way she did it was, first, let me say, we got plastered on that cruise. My tab at the end of the cruise for the 10-day cruise was $1,000 for booze alone. But one night we were drinking, and she was done with her drink, but her husband and myself, we still had plenty of fightness, if you will. So she said, here, drink this. And what she was drinking was Grey Goose, which is one of my favorite vodkas. Grey Goose and tonic, basically. Now, the way to do a vodka tonic properly is to you do your shot of vodka, right? Ounce and a half. And then you fill the over ice and you fill the glass with tonic. But then you add that splash of lime, that twist of lime, right? So if you're at a bar, you say, I'd like a vodka tonic with a twist. And they'll do that for you. The lime's important because it does elevate the tonic water. Tonic water is an acquired taste. I personally love it. I would drink it just by itself. It's delicious. It's a pretty good vodka tonic if I do say so myself. Opening my next candy. Again, it's the same caramel-filled chocolate. All right. So, there's a candy that you get at Christmas time here. It's a chocolate orange. So it's shaped like an orange, and if you slam it on the table, the chocolate actually breaks apart into slices like an orange. This had reminiscence of that. So the citrus that's coming from the vodka tonic with the twist, mixing with that chocolate, is giving me this kind of chocolate. It's not orange, obviously, because it's lime, but this citrus chocolate, and that's a great combination. I don't know that the vodka is necessarily coming through in this beverage because it shouldn't. And, the tonic water is probably taking over a little bit. But it was a nice feeling. It was a nice mouthfeel that it gave me. And that's important too. Last sip. Before moving on, I've made a vodka martini. Now, we did a whole martini episode. Martinis are traditionally made with gin, but you can absolutely do it with vodka as well. So this is just the vodka, vermouth, and I garnished with an olive because it is a martini after all. It's a pretty good martini. I mean, when you're using vodka instead of gin, it's a cleaner drink, if you will. It's not a... There's no herb in it, obviously, because it's just vodka. You get the vermouth a lot more. But the less vermouth you use, you're hearkening back to just the shot of vodka, right? All right. That's probably my least favorite of the three. And it's the vermouth. Vermouth is for lack of a better word, it's a dry wine. But not a flavorful one. It's... I don't know. That combo just didn't do anything for me other than kind of give me a gross taste in my mouth. Chocolate and wine goes great together, but chocolate and vermouth not so much. And again, a martini's 3 ingredients: ice, vodka or gin, and vermouth. That's it. That's a martini. So when using vodka, you're not getting any flavor from that. You're just getting that vermouth flavor. And no, I do not think remotely that my tiny little olive garnish in the glass is doing anything to the flavor profile. I wish it would have, because that saltiness might have helped the chocolate. So I'm going to obviously say my favorite of the three was most definitely my vodka tonic. Delicious, refreshing drink, especially on a warm day or a cruise ship. And anyway, yeah, so thanks for coming to this special request class. Jeff, I hope you enjoyed and you learned something. Look forward to the future when we'll have a bunch of classes. We'll all be in the same outfit. And we'll just record a bunch in a row, and I'm sure by the 4th or 5th one we'll be pretty drunk. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. As always, during quarantine, please remember to keep those hands washed, stay 6 feet away from people, and if you can avoid it, don't go out, just stay home. You've got a fully stocked bar, and, Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and CBS All Access and the CW Seed and whatever other possible streaming apparatus that you might have. There's plenty to keep you entertained. And if all else fails, you can just watch these videos over and over again and get really, really drunk. So thank you again. I appreciate you guys watching. Keep the comments coming in. If you have a request for a class, let me know down below. and try to get through this together. Yeah. Thanks.